Hey guys, welcome back to the Union Leipzig Career Mode series. Last episode we crawled out of last place and out of the relegation zone, and now we're entering January, where we're gonna have to decide how we can improve this team in the short term to hopefully keep up these good results. So a couple of our young players who haven't played at all yet, I'm just gonna go ahead and try to loan out. I've also transfer listed Nico Becker, who's been firmly dropped out of our starting 11. I think we could get some good money for him. He's high rated. So those are the outgoing transfers, but now it's time for some really exciting news. For the first time ever, we're gonna be making signings. And like I mentioned in episode 1, this is gonna be completely automated by the board and ultimately ChatGPT, who's doing the back end of this, to bring in players based on the director of football's opinion. So I've gone ahead as the manager and told them we need help defensively, specifically with our center backs. But now it's out of our hands and up to the director of football. Thankfully, he does tell us he's targeting 2 signings who will fit within our budget and the profile of the team. And actually, one of these players looks an incredible fit. A left wingback, Mateusz Wolski, who might be exactly what we need with this new 3 at the back system. He's a player who looks like he can do both the offensive and the defensive side of things. And for $480,000, he's an impressive new signing. But our other signing is a complete surprise to me. The owners have apparently identified him as an incredibly promising talent, Julian Busch, but he's not the profile we asked for at all. In fact, he's a right winger, which, to be completely honest, doesn't even fit in our new 3 at the back system. And this is the kind of thing we're gonna have to deal with from the board. Sometimes they're gonna bring in signings that we either need to make work or just ultimately fight against by not playing them. And I mean, this is gonna be really difficult for us to deal with. This is the exact type of player we didn't need another one of. Actually, if we take Julian Busch, we can look exactly at another player in our system, Emeka Obi, who's basically the same exact profile of player. They're both 20 years old, tricky wingers, they're even the same height. I mean, now we just have 2 players who are ultimately gonna be sitting on the bench because I'm not gonna play that kind of attacking winger in this system. So I don't know, they think that Busch is a really promising player and we'll have to trust that. Maybe he has very high potential, but again, I just don't see a place for him right now. Even Soko's gonna be on the bench. I think with Wolski coming into the team, these kind of attack-minded wingers aren't really gonna fit in a 3 at the back system. We need more defensive-minded left and right midfielders. So I don't know, our bench is full of right and left wingers right now. Thankfully, we were able to offload some of the players we're not going to be using. We did just spend a lot of money on 2 signings for a 3rd division team, but we get a lot back in the sales of players like Nico Becker for $540,000. That's a great deal. And we've been able to offload some of our unused players on loans. We've actually done solid business this year. Bringing in Bouchard on a free was great. We will be losing Danny Fuchs at the end of the season on a free. He hasn't played much of a role for us though. But the team is evolving, and I guess while we're at it, let's take a quick check-in with the academy players. Some of these players are developing really nicely. We already took a look earlier at Cedric Makoko, but man, this guy's 16 and already 54 rated, potential in the 80s. I think he'll definitely be a player for us at some point, but some of these other players look solid too. I think some of them definitely won't be able to cut it in the first team, but I think for a team that was just founded a year ago, we already have some very promising talents. But that's it, guys. Transfer window business more or less wrapped up, and now we can get back to the games. Wolski's in the lineup. Busch is on the bench without really a spot probably in this team, but I think our system's looking good. And hopefully now we can keep up the good results we've been having. Now, the other unfortunate change with Wolski coming in and playing left midfield is Soko has been dropped back to the bench. He's been a pretty consistent performer for us, but again, I think if this formation works, I just don't know that he really has a future playing on the left wing like that. He's just not good defensively. And unfortunately, the team tactics come above any individual player. But although the tactics have looked better, we're still far from having figured everything out. I mean, make no mistake, we're still gonna be relegation contenders this season. And for not the first time, our goalkeeper is again putting on a clinic to keep us in the game here early on with a couple incredible saves. Well done from Kraus. And although I think the signing of Wolski is probably going to prove to be good for us, it's a big shame that we didn't bring in a new center back this window. I think that was the position that we needed the most help in, especially with Becker leaving, and now we're pretty light on players back there in our back 3. However, I think it's undeniable that this system has been working better for us, so I guess despite how much depth we have in those positions, we gotta keep going with things until, I don't know, if they break down or don't work, but here we go. Great passing play here as Fofana gets a chance in the near post. Unfortunate deflection takes it right back into his path, and he scores. Nico Fofana has looked so good since coming back into the team, and Union Leipzig just looks so comfortable in possession of the ball. We've slowly built our team this season around players who are comfortable with that. Two of our center backs are incredible playing on the ball. We've got midfielders who are comfortable passing around, and even a forward in Nico Fofana who has a real eye for vision. And as Wolf plays a ball over the top, how about that? Speaking of vision, what a pass to pick out Bergman, and a good finish on top of that. 2 goals for Union Leipzig, and our solid run of form continues here. And finally, I think those underlying statistics that were pointing in our favor earlier are coming to fruition as we're actually getting wins and just important points even in games that are a struggle. But as a ball hits off the crossbar, it's unfortunate and we concede a goal suddenly with half an hour remaining. It doesn't mean we have this game in the bag at all. Our 2-goal lead has just been halved to 1. But thankfully, Union Leipzig managed to hang on and just keep moving the ball around in the opponent's final third to see out a win. It's another mature performance for us. And we're starting to see signs of Simon Wolf becoming the really talented player that we knew he could be. But I think man of the match has to be Nico Fofana again. This guy has been on fire the last couple weeks. And don't look now, but we are up to 14th place. I mean, granted, we're only 4 points off of those relegation spots, but with so many teams down here, all we have to do is keep up some semblance of form, and I think we'll be okay. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Still a lot of games left to play this season. And you know, I've been talking about our defense a lot and the problems there, but I think it's clear one of our biggest problems is goal scoring. We're the joint lowest scoring team in the league, and I don't know, hopefully that's changing. We've seen more over the last couple game weeks, but it's a definite area for us to continue to improve. But I think that'll just come as the team builds a better understanding and better patterns of play. One thing, though, is absolutely crystal clear to see, and that's the kind of possession that we're maintaining is really top-notch. I mean, for a team battling relegation, we're dominating possession in almost every game and moving the ball around like a team that's probably a lot better than we actually are. But I think that just speaks to how we've gotten the tactics right with the players we have available. I mean, the harsh truth is the players we actually have here aren't the best or the most high rated. So, I mean, it's not that much of a surprise that we're not scoring every chance we create or having, I don't know, the most crisp passing in front of goal, but we're definitely doing well enough. And I think we're seeing another star player kind of emerge in this system as Mateusz Wolski, the left back who we signed, is shining so far in that wing back role. No goal just yet for Union Leipzig, but we're seeing signs of that coming pretty quick if we continue to play the way we are so far. We're finding a lot of space with the ball here and a lot of confidence in the passing sequences and the build-up play. Here we have Simon Wolf shaping up for a shot. Surely that's a foul. No? Shot deflected wide. Well, it's been Union Leipzig with all of the possession here as the first half is coming close to a close, and Wolf goes for the shot from distance. It's deflected. Bergman tries to head it down. Still nothing. Bergman looks like he's gone down injured. But it was a great half of football from Union Leipzig. More of that in a second, and surely we'll find a way to win this. But unfortunately at halftime, we have 2 injuries, Bergman and our center back Schumacher. Now, we don't really have depth for either of those. I actually think playing with a back 3, we have Hartman, but I mean, this guy's not gonna be good enough on the ball to play the way we want to. So I'm gonna make kind of a bold decision and play Wagner. I can maybe swap him onto the left side, but that's about as good as we can hope for right now. It's a shame we didn't get in a new center back, and I think it's an even bigger shame we don't have a backup striker. I'm actually just realizing right now, if Bergman's out injured, I don't even know who else is gonna play up top. So I'm hoping that Bergman can just carry on through this injury. Hopefully it's not a serious one, but we go into the second half with him still on the field. Brandt flicking it back for Fofana here. Surely this is a chance, deflected again. I mean, how many chances do we need to score? And I mean, this is starting to look like one of those games where we'll have had all the chances and then concede something on the counter. Hopefully I'm not speaking as that exact thing is going to happen here, as a counterattack might just catch us out. Player in the box. Oh, looks to shape up for a shot. That was so close, and we got away not conceding there. And now we have a tough decision to make. Bergman has not shaken that injury off, and I don't know exactly what to do offensively. I like our starting 11, but I mean, I don't know. We need some players to come on and make a difference. Wolski's played well, but we need to go for this game now. I'm bringing Soko onto that left-hand side. I still think he can do a shift as a left winger, but for Bergman, I don't know, guys. We don't have anyone who can really score. We've tried Obi kind of in an offensive position before, and he's been abysmal in front of goal. I don't think he's a valid option. I'm just gonna throw a Hail Mary. I'm gonna put the new signing Bush up top. I know he's a winger, but I don't know, maybe he'll have some sort of eye for goal that we didn't see. He looks to be a very good dribbler, so at least maybe him and Fofana can play off each other offensively. I mean, I'm aware this is a huge decision to start some unorthodox players in these positions, but I don't know, this is supposed to be the whole benefit of having the manager that we do, to be able to try players in new positions, and then if they work out, we can actually assign them to the new positions seamlessly. So, I don't know, maybe we'll kind of discover something here. We've been pretty open to trying new tactics, so maybe just trying players in new positions too will work out well for us. Bush, first touch of the ball there and a flare pass. This is the kind of player we're going to be expecting, but he gives the ball away, unfortunately. A lot of flair and no end product so far, but we do win the ball back there with a really good challenge as Brandt comes forward. Can we find some kind of rhythm back up top here? It's slowed down a lot here in the second half for Union Leipzig. Brandt providing the width. Now can he pick out the pass? It's Fofana dropping deep to play make a little bit here. Kruger in for Julian Bush, who plays the perfect first-time ball for Simon Wolf. That's the kind of creativity we can get that a player like Bergman doesn't have. But now can Union Leipzig find a goal? We got about 15 minutes left, and the good pressure high up the pitch wins the ball back. Bush finds himself in the box, shot saved by the goalkeeper. Well, good movement and instincts by the right winger, but doesn't quite have the skills to finish that opportunity. But Union Leipzig still on the front foot here as we're again creating a lot of chances. Fofana playmaking so well, and he finds Kruger, who gets into the box. Shot saved again from the goalkeeper. What can we create here? Only 2 minutes remaining. Julian Bush looks to dish the ball out wide. Soko return pass. Bush, top of the box, shot. You can tell finishing's not quite natural from the young winger. But you know, his link-up play has looked good. But time is running out here for Union Leipzig. Can we get one more chance or potentially a late dramatic winner here as Brandt, who's been everywhere this game, again bombs forward. Fofana picking out Bush, who finds himself in a good position. Little flare pass to pick out Wolf behind him. Excellent link-up play, but again, no goal at the end of the move for Union Leipzig, who, despite everything, come away with no goal. I think we played a really good game overall, but the scoreline doesn't necessarily reflect that. I mean, 9 shots and it's 68% possession. I think it's clear we did play a good game. But unfortunately, it's just one of those that didn't go our way. Now, thankfully, neither of those injuries are going to be long-term. Bergman's out for 5 days, and Schumacher also out for 5 days. But I think it's kind of a warning sign about how shallow the depth is in this team. We're 1 injury away from struggling a lot, but fortunately, we are still in 14th place. The team is getting better and better every passing week, and I fully expect us to stay up as long as we can keep up this kind of form. But that's it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.